Welcome everyone to the Horror Cast. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello, should I be hiding now from the sound of things?
Yeah, this is not the podcast you were expecting. You were probably expecting the Real Movies cast. I saw Puppet Master, the Littlest Reich.
Oh no.
Yeah. I have a lot to say about it, being that I'm a huge Puppet Master fan. I guess, you know what? I have to do this way. I can't be kind about it. So, Charles Band, apologize, but a little PO'd, so you got to take this one. I know sometimes people really need money.
Oh.
And I understand that. But if I needed money that bad, I still wouldn't sell my characters down the river for a couple $1,000,000. Now, I'm just going to tell you right now, I have been loyal and a fan of Full Moon Pictures since the very beginning with Puppet Master. I have the entire movie collection, with the exception of the new one. I bought the box set. I bought the puppets. I bought the glow-in-the-dark puppets. I bought the variant puppets. I bought the box sets. Yeah. And, yeah, I got the movie today. I got to say that the puppets, most of them look, there are some that look really, really excellent. I didn't really have too many problems with the puppets.
Yeah.
Few problems. I don't like, I like my original Blade. I like my Jester. I like, the deaths were really impressive. This is hard. This is hard. They're not fucking Nazis, you fucking idiots! What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, they are fucking, yes, they kill people, but they're not fucking Nazis. Too Long is not a Nazi. They are not racist puppets either. What in the fuck have you done?
Okay, here.
Oh,
God! If they at least had one or two that were Nazi-esque, but making the entire group that.
Listen, they may have looked that way, but it was like an FU to the Nazis because they killed Nazis. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was always the thing, is that he had his wife, he was happy, he invented the puppets, he found out with Egypt that there was this thing, whatever, the puppets come to life, okay. When he was in Nazi thing, the Nazis did, he got the puppets to stop the Nazis. Okay? So even though in the present time when it started, they were evil, kind of, killing everybody, they weren't evil where they went after, because they're racist fucking puppets, they just killed anybody. But when 3 came along, they showed that they were good. Meaning they weren't good. They killed the Nazis. Yeah. They were still bad. But they weren't like that. They weren't Nazi. There's been tons of movies where they destroyed the Nazis.
Because it's not part of
the last 3 movies, they killed Nazis. The 3, 4, they killed Nazis. There's been so many that they killed Nazis. They are not Nazis. That's the whole point. And Too Long, they turned him into a fucking sick-ass freak. Now, I understand when the first Puppet Master movie came on, he was dead, or he was like a whatever. They can use excuse that he wasn't alive fully, so he wasn't really him, whatever, and he was like a creature or something, whatever the fuck he was, like an undead thing, and he talked weird. and then you can use excuse in the second one or whatever. But when 3 came along, they established the history of who he was, you know, and he was a good guy, not a bad guy, whatever. So the puppets, then they tried to make it like where they only killed the bad. You know what I'm saying? They changed the whole thing, you know. And that's the way they kept it. That they just killed, you know, the people that deserved it and different things, and they. But Tu Long was never the creepy fuck. He was never the fucking womanizer. He was never the fucking chaining up women, gouging their eyes out, and doing horrible things to them. And they made him into the worst of the Nazis, doing horrible things to people, torturing people, coming back to life and whatever. And then the puppets, they went after gays and lesbians and black people. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And then the dialogue is fucking... The dialogue, most of the time, it's like, okay, but every race has to announce their race.
Oh, no.
It's like Moffat announcing that fucking Bill Potts is gay every fucking episode.
Oh, God, no.
The guy's like, the black guy goes to the kid, I'm a big black man, stand behind me. And I'm like, holy shit. And the guy is like...
I wonder they put it out where they did. Otherwise, they would have been slapped.
And then the guy is like, he says the guy's name, and he's like, well, what's that? Because I'm Jewish? And the guy, I was like, what? And then it's like someone that wasn't Jewish wrote about Jewish people.
Oh, no.
And someone that wasn't black wrote for the black people.
Oh,
and someone that wasn't gay or lesbian wrote for the gay or lesbian people. Like, are you out of your fucking mind?
Yes, they sound like they were.
And then they're referencing in so many ways the Holocaust, and it's like, you know, and the guy's like, I have 6 million reasons to take them down. Like, really? You really use that dialogue? Like, and then of course he takes a puppet and he cooks them in the oven. But that's not even it. There was a Hitler puppet that was a baby with a diaper on. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And this is spoilers. And then there was a fucking puppet that looked like a creepy old man with a beard that went in the woman's and she was pregnant, and he's fighting with the unborn baby in the womb, and he rips open the womb and has the baby in his hand like, I killed this. And I'm like, are you out of your fucking minds?
Oh my God.
Like, seriously, are you out of your fucking mind with this? Then everybody's having, you know, it's a thing where everybody's having sex. It's okay, typical. They're going to show this, they're going to show this, they're going to show this. But it was just atrocious. Like, they killed kids, they killed, like, baby, they killed whatever. The cops, they tried to make them sound like stupid cops. It was like, come on, you know, and then it was just like, I don't even know where to begin. Or ends. And the guy, they made fun of, whoever wrote this must have been rich or thinks they're rich or something. They put down people in their 30s working in a comic store. Then the guy moves back in with his parents or whatever. And the guy's like, he sees this girl they went to school to, and they're like, all right, hi. You want to come back to my house? You want to have sex? It's like, wait, what? It's just like, and then they're just like, they get alone in the room. They're like children, they get alone in their room and they're like teenagers. They're just like, whatever. Like, it's like sex. Like what the hell? I understand like the Puppet Master movies were like B movies, but this is like, in some ways it's below a B movie. Yeah. But yet in some ways it's better. Like, they have money to spend. But then they got too fucking commercial, because then there's multiple puppets of the same puppet. And I'm like, oh, come on now. Now there's 5 of the same puppet. Now you got a puppet that's like a helicopter, but it's 5 of them. And then I'm like, well, wait, which one is Blade and which one's not? Because then there was some puppets look too similar where you couldn't tell the fucking difference. And I'm like, oh, Blade has a brother, or now he has like, what? Like, I don't know what the fuck is happening. And you know Torch, and you know fucking, you know, Pinhead, like, you know, they got too confusing. Then they had cool ones, like a fucking insect one was a cool one, the amphibian one. But it just got lost because people just dialogue was so fucking stupid. talking about how great their race is and stuff. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then it was just pathetic. It was pathetic. And certain things, they just cut things when all of a sudden you see a guy dying and it's like, wait, what? He was okay a minute ago. And then somebody that should be dead is alive at the end because, again, guts everywhere. How could you be alive? So and then they did a Terminator thing where they turned the fucking Toon into the Terminator, and he had spikes on him. He looked like a Terminator, like an alien Terminator Predator. And he said, they make it like
stop.
They make it like he never shoots a gun, and then he kills the girl at the end. That's the guy he's in love with, and he fucking ruins the guy's life. And what does the guy do though at the end? He's sitting in the comic book store that he works at, made a comic book out of it. And he's just like drinking coffee, morbid and shit. Not any emotion. The guy's like, oh yeah, you're going to do another comic? And he's like, well, there's unfinished business. And he's like, no emotions whatsoever. Like, not even acting. Like, he's serious. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck is wrong with this movie? I mean, then the puppets went in the body. And it was like, this was the Jason Goes to Hell a Puppet Master, because the puppets were inside the body controlling this guy that was like, looked like an old, elderly fucking Hans Gruber's henchman from fucking Die Hard and shit, and they're in the body controlling him because they tied the bones to they controlled the body like a puppet.
Hurt.
Yeah, they controlled the body like a puppet, but then they did stupid things like there's no way that you could rip the person's intestines out and then still be alive. And then they got Barbara Compton, the one that was in there, Bride of Reanimator, like the thing Reanimator, right? She's dying, but it takes her like 10 minutes to die.
Oh,
like really? Like, I don't even know what the fuck. I mean, in some cases it was good. In other cases it was fucking, the most important cases it was horrible. Horrible, because they got the puppets wrong. And you can't, first of all, you can't sell toys like that.
No, hell no.
They're Nazis. Who the fuck's going to buy the toys?
Yeah.
So, like, that you fucked up right there. And then nobody's rooting for the puppets, even if it was a cool kill, because they're Nazis. What the fuck have they done? They killed the franchise. Killed it. I don't know. I don't fucking know, man. They killed it. And the thing is, it wasn't even that bad with certain things.
Yeah.
Because the deaths were cool. But, like, they fucking ruined it. They turned them into Nazis. And they had, like, weird beams in this room. This was the Jason Goes to Hell of Puppet Master. They fucking totally... Lord. If they got the real puppets to come in and kill these puppets, I'd be fucking happy. That's what they need to do. That's what they need to do, because these puppets were fucking evil bastards. Like, beyond evil bastards. It's hard. It's so ridiculous. I can't even... I'm very upset. So, they ruined my fucking thing.
It sounds like that Russian X-Men-ish movie that I watched last year or the year before.
Yeah.
No, it would have to be last year because it came out 2017.
Yeah, they ruined this shit, man. I'm just so... Then they have the cool puppet. They give him, like, seconds. Like, what the fuck? Why couldn't you give him, like... They turned one puppet into two. Like Blade, there was like 3 or 4 different type of Blade puppets, but they were different, but they never really had a name. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know? They totally didn't have the Jester puppet at all. They totally didn't have the woman puppet either. Then they turned Torch into like different puppets. Like there was a battle tank one, and then there was a helicopter one, and there was Torch, and I'm like, they didn't even have 6-shooter either. They just totally didn't have him at all. Then they went really commercial, and they're saying, oh, there's like 60. There's a total of 63 puppets, but maybe there's 40 puppets here. And it's like, why so many puppets? Then they made it like Nightmare on Elm Street 2, where they locked everybody in the thing, and remember Freddy was killing everybody? And I'm like, oh my God, what have you done? What have you fucking done? And you know what the excuse is, how the guy got the puppet? That his brother was at sleepaway camp, and he just fucking got the puppet, and he died. It's like, what are you talking about?
No wonder they had to do a Kickstarter and do it this way.
This wasn't even Kickstarter, this one. This was Fangoria.
Oh.
This was a big thing. Like, the people in the magazine paid for this. They spent money on this. This wasn't even...
You fanged up.
But the thing is, the deaths look like they spent money. This stuff looks like they spent money, but they ruined the whole concept of what the puppets are. Like,
wrong place.
Completely. They got it wrong completely. It's like, oh my God. You can't expand on this. You can't buy. People don't want to buy this.
No, I wouldn't.
It's uncomfortable. It's terrible. And I think the people that wrote this were like freaky deaky because it was like weird shit in there. I don't know, man. I'm not happy. I felt very uncomfortable with this too, but I know everybody's waiting for the other podcast, which are going to come in 5 minutes. So.
Okay.
All right, we're going to give me 5 minutes. All right, guys, take care. Bye for now.
Bye.